Dome in Atlanta, home of the Dirty Birds, where we bring in the two men who will call the action, and that's Brandon Godden and Charles Davis. Gentlemen.
Thank you, Larry. From the home of the Falcons since 1992, there's a look inside the Georgia Dome, just on the outskirts of downtown Atlanta. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Denver Broncos and the Atlanta Falcons. Now it's Ryan. Incomplete on the right side. It's Tammy. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and that'll bring up second down. Here's the offense, and we talk about the tight end, Jacob Tammy.
A lot of people thought of him as simply a safety valve receiver. He can be a primary receiver. Jacob Tammy shows better athleticism than what people expect.
On second down, Ryan. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for Mohamed Sanu there. And it's third down. And here's a look at the defense for Denver.
Von Miller is so good that he doesn't even need a nickname. His ability to bend and dip on the pass rush, unequaled in this league.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. On third down, Ryan. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And there's that man, Julio, week 4. We mentioned it earlier, 300 yards. Matt Ryan's 503 was a franchise record for passing. Jones's was a record as well.
It's amazing watching him run routes and get open. And in this game, he did a little bit of everything. Contested catches, and then there was times when he would catch it short and turn into a monster gain. Julio Jones is flat out special. Just 36 yards shy of the record, single game record, held by Flipper Anderson.
Looked like he was playing a video game. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They'll indeed go for it with Ryan. And that's caught by Tammy. It'll be a gain of 4. And they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down. I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation. But they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on or they're trying to show extreme confidence.
They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. That goes for a gain of 31.
So let's go ahead and add to the difficulties of guys trying to cover receivers. They got to deal with speed, shiftiness, all of that stuff. But how about when they have height and length and deep downfield, you throw the ball up in the air? That's how they uncover at the end of a route, by being able to go up over the top and make a big catch.
They run, Devontae Freeman. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
One of the toughest things for an offensive lineman to learn is the ability to get in space and hit people who are moving targets. And linebackers are not easy ones to hit because they know how to move, juke, and make you miss. And that's exactly what he did on that play. A nice play for the defense.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Von Miller in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play. And the Broncos go to a nickel set on 3rd down.
Yeah, they've got an extra DB out there. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And this is caught. A big play there. Ryan to Jones. And even 40 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of...
And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Devontae Freeman punching it in from a yard away. And the Falcons take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Now Matt Bryant on for the point after. It's good, and that gives the Falcons a 7-0 lead. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
And I know there's plenty of talk about the offensive explosion of Matt Ryan and Julio Jones in the game against Carolina. But let's not forget the defense is really starting to play well. Head coach Dan Quinn, that's his background. And he came from Seattle where it was all about the ball. And that's what they're doing in Atlanta now. They're +3 in turnover margin.
And while they scored 48 points in week 4, it was a couple picks late that sealed it. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
The defense won that play so fast that I think if the running back even had time to notice if anyone was there, it was just a blink of an eye, and there was a loss on the play.
Simeon. Norwood's got it, complete. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Let's go! Green, 39!
Now Simeon. And he fires one incomplete. The offensive lineup now, and the guy we highlight, Emmanuel Sanders.
You can use him in any spot as a wide receiver. In the slot, out wide. It doesn't matter. He just makes plays.
All right, here we go.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Over the middle this time to Fowler.
Deion Jones. All right, I know his size doesn't exactly say linebacker, but he tackles as well as anyone, and his speed like a defensive back, but he came in handy in the game against New Orleans a week ago, didn't it?
Yeah, the 90-yard pick 6. So much talk about Julio Jones, but he was the NFC Rookie of the Month last month in September.
The Falcons are putting it together.
Hurry up, here we go.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he dropped it. Now it was tipped. Altered the ball a little bit, but he dropped it. And now 4th down.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Well, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3.
Hurry up, here we go.
They'll try and throw for it here. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he has the 1st down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. Back alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Bronco football to begin quarter number 2. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. And it's caught over the middle by the tight end Green. 6 yards on the pickup, and it's a 2nd down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
They'll rifle this one deep right side. Looking for Sanders, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off.
This is such a good read defensively. They know that this offense is going to try to get the ball to their playmaker in space. So what do? They crowd him and send bodies at him. And this one winds up being intercepted.
Here's that Falcons offense so electric in week 4.